hour. You're thinking, okay, well, the cheetah can run faster than that, but the antelope can maintain that speed for a very, very long time. They're more like endurance runners that can run very, very fast, whereas the cheetahs are just sprinters.
Not only did she fail to come away with a meal, her energy reserves took a huge hit. And on her next couple hunts, it gets worse. First, she springs after a lone male and closes in a hurry. But what seems like an easy target suddenly becomes a tough kill. Instead of running away, the antelope bounces up and down. It's a countermeasure called stotting, a last-ditch effort to intimidate the cheetah by projecting strength and stamina. And it works. Her initial sprint has already taken a lot out of her, and she can't afford to burn any more energy on a kill she's not certain she can make. It gets even more challenging on her next hunt, as she creeps to within 45 meters of a herd of antelope. But they sprint away, bursting into gravity-defying leaps. Shooting 3 meters into the air, in and out of the cheetah's line of sight, is too disorienting. And she gives up the chase. But not without depleting her energy reserves even further. It's been a rough couple of days for her. She and her cubs have gone without any food, and things are starting to look desperate.
Physically, the cheetah can probably last about as long as you or I could last without food. Probably 5 or 6 days without eating before she absolutely collapses of starvation.
She's constantly looking for predators that could come after her cubs. She's looking for prey that she could be hunting, which means that she doesn't have a lot of downtime. She's always on. That adrenaline that's within them constantly is keeping them on guard. It's like being at war, where you're never able to relax.
She has to find food and find it fast. She approaches her next hunt like a covert operation, targeting a herd with several juveniles who are slower and less alert.
The closer that she can get to them before she actually starts running, the higher the likelihood that she's going to catch it down. And it takes far less energy to crouch and sneak up on the animal than it does the full-out run.
As she closes to within a few hundred meters, she initiates her stealth mode. Suddenly, the body known for moving faster than any on 4 legs moves extremely slowly. She stalks her prey for nearly an hour when a youngster finally strays from the group. He's incredibly vulnerable, but still over 90 meters beyond her striking range. If she attacks now, she risks burning out and losing her prey in a long chase. But if she doesn't make a move soon, this perfect target could fall back in with his herd, and her best shot at a meal would disappear. It's a risk she has to take. Against the odds, this cheetah came away with a kill. And she did it with an explosive burst. From 0 to 95 kilometers in just 3 seconds. At that speed, she should have blurred and distorted vision, which would make it nearly impossible for her to accurately lock in her target. But in an amazing feat of biomechanical engineering, she has an elastic ligament connecting her head directly to her spine. It gives her optical image stabilization, which means that even at breakneck speed, her neck and head are perfectly steady, moving directly forward, straight as an arrow, providing the pinpoint accuracy she needs to track her prey and make a quick, clean kill.
After she's made the kill, she'll chew open the hindquarters, which has the largest amount of meat. The cubs don't have strong enough teeth to do that. Then the cubs will come in and start eating first.
By the time her cubs have eaten, there are just a few bites left for her. She's picked up a small amount of energy, but her tank is still close to empty. Despite being exhausted, she'll have to start all over again.
If she doesn't hunt, that means she could starve, and if she starves, then the cubs starve. It's a very, very hard life for a female cheetah.
Her cubs are completely dependent on her, and she now knows that while hunting small antelope might keep her cubs alive, they won't keep her alive for long. She locks in on a large antelope, alone and oblivious. For over an hour, she stalks him to within 45 meters, close enough to strike. He's huge, weighing 60 kilograms. He'd be more than enough food for her family. But does she have enough energy left in her tank to catch him and bring him down? She's able to knock her giant adversary right off its feet. Because at the exact moment the antelope's leg is on its backswing, she extends her paw and lashes out with her greatest weapon in a high-speed pursuit, her dew claw. Because it doesn't touch the ground when she runs, this is her only claw that stays razor sharp. It latches onto the antelope's hip. He runs at nearly 80 kilometers per hour, trying to pull free from the cheetah's grip. But her dew claw is hooked so deeply into the antelope's thick hide that she can't be shaken. With just this tiny claw, 2.5 centimeters long, she sends a 60-kilogram antelope tumbling to the ground. In one lethal swipe. She's able to get the antelope down. But with his enormous size, she can't keep him down. What she thought was a kill may actually kill her. This cheetah's dew claw helped her take this giant antelope down. But her other claws actually prevented her from keeping him down. They're too dull to tear the antelope's skin. And her teeth and jaw don't have the strength to land a strong bite. Lacking weapons in this biomechanical arms race, she tries one last desperate move, going for a kill bite.
These antelope have weapons that point straight up. So in the act of tumbling around, the cheetah's got to negotiate where she can get in safely and get a nice bite on the neck. If she doesn't negotiate that right, she's not in good shape.
She's lucky to have escaped without being gored, burning far more calories than she's consuming, is pushing her body to the brink and risking the very survival of her family. After catching her breath, she heads back to the tree under which she last left her cubs. But they're gone. Their scent is out of her range. Her only hope is to call out to them. But if she alerts any predators to her cub's presence, it would put them in grave danger.
From the time that cubs are very, very little, they know that they need to fear lions and they need to fear hyenas. They will kill cheetah cubs, not because they like the taste of the cheetah. In fact, a lot of the times, whenever they do kill a cub, they don't even eat it. But what they are doing is eliminating the competition that's in the area.
With so many ruthless competitors around, she needs to track down her cubs without exposing them.
When she gets separated from her cubs, she's going to start to chirp like a bird. Large predators are very used to the roaring sounds and the very typical cat sounds. She emits this sound that sounds like a bird, and all of a sudden, hyena's not paying attention anymore because, oh, it's just a bird.
She's done what she had to do. But how did she manage to hold off a hyena that's bigger, stronger, and a flat-out better fighter? She was helped by the long black tear lines under her eyes.
Cheetahs are the only